Your money mindset isn't just about how you spend, it's about how you think about money in the first place. Whether you see money as a tool, a stressor, or a source of freedom can shape every financial decision that you make. By shifting your mindset, you can literally change your habits, boost your confidence, and take control of your financial future. Hey everybody, welcome to Thrifty Budgeting. We're the channel that has your back financially. Now, in today's video, we're going to be covering how your money mindset could be the missing link between where you are now and where you want to be financially. Now, be sure and stick around because number 8 is the one that's really going to save you thousands. So let's dive into how a simple shift in thinking can lead to big time results for your budget, savings, and long-term goals. Okay, first on the list is tip number 1. Replace "I can't afford it" with "How can I afford it?" When you tell yourself and say out loud, "I can't afford it," your brain hits a wall. It's a closed door. But when you flip that phrase into "How can I afford it?" boom, you open up a world of possibilities. Now, this tiny shift challenges you to think creatively instead of shutting down. It's not about buying everything that you want. It's about training your mind to seek opportunity and solutions instead of limits. So maybe how looks like adjusting your budget, selling something you don't use anymore, taking on a side hustle, or even just waiting and planning. So when you do this, you stop thinking like a passive spender and start acting like a strategic saver. Now, this mindset is going to build financial confidence over time because you realize that you have more control than you ever thought. So the next time that you're tempted to sigh and say, "I can't afford that," pause and reframe it and ask yourself, "How can I make this work responsibly?" You might be surprised what answers you come up with. Now, next on our list is tip number 2. Treat saving like a bill you must pay. Now, saving money oftentimes feels optional, something we'll get around to if there's anything left at the end of the month. But let's flip that script. What if saving was a bill, just like rent, utilities, or groceries? You wouldn't skip paying your electric bill to buy takeout, right? So why skip paying yourself? When you treat saving like a non-negotiable monthly expense, it becomes part of your routine and not an afterthought. Now, this mindset shift turns saving into a habit, not a hope. It creates consistency, and consistency builds real results. Even if you're starting small, say like $10 or $20 a paycheck, you're building the muscle. Yeah. Now, the best part about this is you'll stop feeling guilty about not saving because it's baked right into your plan, which means you're not hoping to save anymore. You're doing it. So go ahead and pay yourself first. Make saving a priority, not a leftover. It's one of the most powerful financial habits that you'll ever create. Now, let's move on to tip number 3. Focus on progress, not perfection. Look, when it comes to money, it's so easy to fall into an all or nothing mindset. You mess up once, maybe splurge on something unnecessary, or miss a saving goal, and then suddenly it feels like you failed completely. But the truth is, progress matters so much more than perfection. Look, no one builds financial security overnight. It's a journey of small wins, tiny course corrections, and learning as you go. Maybe you didn't stick to your budget this week. Okay, no big deal. Adjust and then try again. Maybe you saved $5 instead of $50. That's still a win. Every step forward counts. Focusing on progress helps you to build momentum, and momentum is what keeps you moving, even through setbacks. When you actually eventually stop chasing perfection. Then you can take the pressure off and make room for grace and growth. So the little victories that you celebrate might look something like packing lunch instead of eating out, skipping that impulse buy, putting even a few bucks into savings. It all adds up, and it all means that you're moving in the right direction. Up next is tip number 4. Challenge limiting beliefs about money. We all have stories we've picked up along the way. Things like, I'm just not good with money, or people like me just don't get ahead. These are limiting beliefs, and they shape how we behave with our finances more than we realize. The problem is that most of these beliefs aren't even facts. They're old scripts we've heard from family, society, or past experiences. And unless we question them, they quietly run the show. Challenging these beliefs starts with awareness. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, I'll never be able to save, pause and ask yourself, is that really true? What if the truth is you just haven't had the tools, support, or knowledge yet? Changing your financial reality starts with changing what you believe is possible. Swap I'll never get out of debt for I'm learning to manage my money better every day. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about rewiring your mindset so it works with you, not against you. Because when you believe that you can improve, well, you're already on your way. Now for tip number 5, practice gratitude for what you do have. In a world that constantly tells us we need more stuff, more money, more everything, it's easy to overlook what's already in front of us. But gratitude, that is a quiet power move when it comes to your money mindset. Now hear me out. When you take a moment to appreciate what you do have, a roof over your head, food in the fridge, or even just a few bucks in your savings account, it shifts your focus from lack to abundance. And that shift changes everything because you stop chasing joy through spending and start finding it in what's already yours. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your goals or settling for less. It means recognizing the value of what's already part of your life. Now that perspective can curb impulse buys, ease financial stress, and even make budgeting feel less like punishment and more like a plan for protecting what matters. So take a look around you. You've got a lot more going for you than you think, and that's worth celebrating. Now next on the list is tip number 6. Stop tying your self-worth to your net worth. It's so easy to measure our success by the numbers in our bank account or the lack of them, but your self-worth has nothing to do with your net worth. Zip, zero, nada. Financial setbacks, debt, or living paycheck to paycheck doesn't mean that you've failed. It just means that you're human. Life does throw curveballs, and sometimes money does get tight, but that doesn't make you lazy, irresponsible, or broken. And on the flip side, having a padded savings account or a fancy car doesn't automatically make someone smarter or better. The thing is, when we start to tie our value to our financial situation, every expense starts to feel personal, like a reflection of who we are instead of just a transition. Now that pressure can lead to shame, guilt, and avoidance. But when you untangle the two, you give yourself the freedom to make changes from a place of growth and not fear. You are worthy. Whether your budget is thriving or in rebuild mode, money is a tool, but you are the one with the power to use it wisely. We're almost there, so let's discuss the next in line, and that's tip number 7. Visualize your financial goals daily. When your financial goals are just vague ideas floating in the background like, I want to save more, or I need to get out of debt, they're easy to ignore, delay, or forget. But when you visualize those goals clearly, regularly and consistently, they become real, tangible, and motivating. You know that credit card that haunts you in the middle of the night? Picture paying that off, or imagine checking your bank account and seeing that your emergency fund is fully loaded. You can even visualize the freedom of a vacation that's paid in full, or the relief of a debt-free life. That mental image acts like a compass, and it keeps you focused, especially when temptation strikes, because visualization isn't just feel-good stuff. It's actually a powerful technique used by athletes, entrepreneurs, and yes, even budgeters. It strengthens your sense of purpose and keeps your decisions aligned with your bigger vision. So whether it's a sticky note on your fridge, a picture on your phone lock screen, or a daily journal entry, you want to be sure to keep your financial why front and center. That way, if you can see it, you can work toward it. Now to the most important step, and that's tip number 8. Educate yourself continuously. Financial confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something that you build, and the real game changer to it all is education. The more that you learn about money, how it works, how to manage it, how to grow it, the more empowered that you become. And no, you don't need a degree in finance or be a Wall Street mentor. You just need curiosity and consistency. Now you can really beef up your knowledge here and read a book on budgeting, listen to a money podcast on your commute, or watch a YouTube video about saving or investing. Now, even 10 minutes a day adds up. The world of money can definitely feel overwhelming at first, but the more that you understand it, the less intimidating that it becomes. And before you know it, things that once felt out of reach, like building wealth, investing smartly, or living debt-free, actually starts to feel doable. Education turns confusion into clarity and fear into confidence. So keep learning, keep asking questions, and never stop growing. The more that you know, the stronger your money mindset becomes, and the better equipped you'll be to build the life that you want. The simple art of money mentality opens you up to countless ways to save money. So put these tips to use now so you can truly shift from just surviving to truly thriving. And remember, stay thrifty.